Hi everybody, it's Julie. I'm here with day 11. Yay, 11 of the 12 days of junk journal gift ideas. And so day 11, and this is put on by Linda Israel over there at Friendly Junk Journal People. And this one was a challenge. I started out doing it in paper and decided to actually make a gift. So I wasn't wasting my time, with only 14 days left till Christmas. My time has to be going now towards gifts and things like that. I did plan to go to the Dollar General to pick up a miniature sewing kit. I know I have one somewhere, but I can't find it. And unfortunately, the helicopter has been circling. So I'm not leaving my house when the helicopter's circling. And so, yeah. So this is a needle book and button cards. So I'm going to show you my inspiration. My inspiration is my needle kit collection. So they are vintage and this one's antique. So vintage and antique needle collections. And this one is also antique. So they would have a paper that was covering the needles. Those needles right there would be perfect for book binding, and I might have to do. Isn't this one cool? This one's vintage. And it's amazing how most of them still have most of the needles intact. This has one needle, two needles, maybe three. Maybe three needles out of it. So I just thought I would take you along and show you my needle book collection. So again, like I said, I had planned to do paper, and the black ink is gone in my printer again. So, yeah. So, I don't go to town till tomorrow. And hopefully this week I'll take the time to sign up for the HP ink program. Anyway, that is my, inspiration. And this is what I came up with. So this is some of the material or fabric that was just gifted to me in the sample pack from Kara Brandon. She has it in her Etsy shop. It's a stack. It's a half a pound of pieces of fabric like this size, and for $5.50. And you can get a 15% off by telling it Julie 15. So I used one of the pieces of fabric from that. My mom loves daffodils. She loves her garden, and she loves the color yellow. But her favorite color is more like this green. So this is what I did. It is fabric on the outside. It is lined with felt. And then I added a pocket. Here is one of my button cards. And I used one of these trim cards from Michael's. Then you can see it was from Halloween. So I covered it, since this is a junk journal gift, I covered it with washi tape. So the washi tape could be used. And the buttons are just put on there with double-sided tape. So they could also be used. And this is a little pocket here. And I just thought that was kind of cute. Tied a bow on it. Here I've gifted a couple of things of baker's twine on embroidery thread holders. The one thing I found is you want to put your safety pin all the way through Otherwise, these moved around too much. So then the other idea that I had was I wanted to do like a flip book. When I was going to do paper, I was going to do it, but do it like a flip book. So I still continued to do that. And here I have a large needle. It has a little belly band, but it's actually sewn on, and this is through here. And then I made one of my threaders that I use. You'll see me use these with beads and things when you know, when I don't have a needle that's going to fit right. I'll use a threader made out of wire. So since, you know, I was gifting a junk journaling, what I thought what this could be is a binding kit, basically, with some other embellishments. So what I've put together in my needle book is a binding kit. So if you had yours always had it full of your stuff, you could just drop this into your go bag with the other items that you were maybe taking to make a journal. So again, you have your flip up, and there's your larger needle and your threader. So you turn it over here. Now, many of you know that for book binding, I use a push pin. Okay, so I made a place. Originally, this was the place for the threader, but it's hard to get it in there because of the felt. So I just gave a third push pin. So I made these little places to put a push pin, and some, this is a paper, it's actually vintage paper tape measure, a little tiny pair of scissors, and the threader. Here I've gifted some of the fun colored head pins, and so they could be, you know, a junk journal could use these to make charms out of erasers or for pinning. And then I also gifted some of the David Tutera pins from his bridal collection. Love those. They're longer, they give you more room, and they make great stick pins. Okay, so for this page, I have made this little pocket, and I've attached it, just sewed it on. Made these little pockets, sewed them on. I did sew this on. Everything is sewn. Then I made this little pocket down here, and I separated it, but it wasn't deep enough for these to stay nicely. So I added this little band, and that helped so that the little scissors and the tape are going to stay nicely. Then I cut these out. I did use my pinking shears, as you can see, all the way around the outside. So I used them here also. I folded this in half and just sewed them across. And then your pins just go right in them. And actually, they go much easier under the rickrack side, which I learned after I sewed it. Okay, so here we have another button card. This one is just on a heart. And for the binding kit, I've added 4 large paper clips and 2 of the butterfly clamps also. Okay, so 2 butterfly clamps and 4 large paper clips. Here we have some needles, and they are, the needle is actually, the thing is sewn in, but you can go ahead and grab them from here. There's a pocket, and then I just put this just because I had that scrap and it was pretty, and it covers the bottom so that hopefully you won't get poked by them. So this is a little pocket here, and then it's held on from another clamp up here. And then here we have a lace pocket, like a tuck side pocket, with the buttons on the card and going straight down. And there's 2 larger and a small. And same over here, 2 large and a small. And I just put them on the little heart cards. And then here I've added some safety pins, and on the safety pins I added some buttons. So my lace does come off the edge, and I did make it so that it would wrap up just like that. And that it would tie using, this was every single piece of that piece of material. And it just will tie like that. So that is my needlebook. And yes, like I said, I decided to do it material because I thought that this would just make a nice binding gift. And yeah, and then with the buttons, that would be a nice little embellishment. So for the button cards, I just used a couple of heart die cuts that I had and some packaging, and there are my little button cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying this series. There's several other paper crafting artists that have joined in on this, and I will put the links to their needlebook videos in the description below. Please check out all of, this is day 11, so there have been over 44, because I think there's more than 4 on every single one, and some have had like 8 or 9 crafters that have made their projects. So do go check them out. Find something to celebrate every day, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.